You know what's happening inside the organizations right now? Exhaustion, right? Everyone is just so exhausted. Not from the workload, although that could take some part of it, but it's from trying to fix the same problem over and over and over again. Now, can anyone guess what these problems are?
Relationships.
That could be it, yeah. Anyone else?
Conflict.
Yes, yeah. But then the main ones, though, are burnout, disengagement, quiet quitting, low motivation. And those are all as well. And the truth is, there are so many programs, so many solutions out there to try and fix all of these that's happening inside the organizations. So today, though, I'm not here to tell you how to fix it. I'm here to tell you why it keeps coming back. Now, how many of you have invested in all of these programs? Just with a raise of hand. Go ahead and raise your hand if you've invested in wellness programs, productivity workshops, leadership trainings, right? Now keep your hands up for me. How many of you are still dealing with burnout, disengagement, low productivity, even after taking some of those trainings? So it just seems as though something is not quite clicking, right? Because you've got good people, hardworking, loyal people with good programs to support them, but somehow, some way, the problem just keeps coming back and it's getting worse. So 20 years ago, I was in real estate and I experienced one of those bad seasons in life just a few years ago where I burned out so badly that I couldn't even recognize who I was anymore. I burned out so badly that I didn't even know what hit me. And I was the one who was obsessed with all of those workshops, all of those trainings, in hopes to just prevent what happened to me, because it didn't work. And so with that realization, though, it led me to just kind of slow down my life. But it brought me to a breakthrough that I would love to share with you right now. Would that be okay? Yeah. And so what I want to share with you, what I discovered was that for so many years, and I'm talking about years, I was forcing myself to work the way I thought I was supposed to, instead of how I was wired to work best. And the thing that was crazy was that I didn't even know that there was a difference, because I just assumed that working hard at anything was the only way to work. I mean, how many of you feel that way? That there's a difference? I didn't know that, but that's what led to my burnout. So I want to go ahead and just do a quick exercise. And so you have pen and paper in front of you. Now, this is a fun, easy exercise. You ready? I want you to go ahead and just write your name for me. That's it. And give me a nice eye contact when you're done. Okay. Thank you. Beautiful eyes. So I knew that that took really easy, right? It's just natural. Now, this is the fun part. I want you to go ahead and write your name again, but this time I want you to write your name with your non-dominant hand. Okay, is everyone about done? So how did that feel?
Awkward.
Weird.
Weird, awkward, strange?
Like when I broke my right hand in high school.
Yeah, that's right. It's awkward, right? You see, that's exactly what happens when you force yourself to do something that you are not naturally wired to do. That's what happens. And then that's when struggle happens. So, and that's what it feels like for so many people at work every single day, where they're trying to work in a way that they know how they were trained, maybe perhaps the only way that they know how, where they're just trying to do their best, but they have no idea that how they're working is going against how they're wired to work best. So I want to quickly share my mom's story. Is that okay? So this is my mom right here. And these are her grandkids. I only have two, though. One of them is my nephew. So my mom was born left handed. Okay. She was born in the Philippines in the 1950s. So by the time that she started school, right off the bat, the teacher came to her and her parents and said, "You are no longer allowed to write with your left hand. And we're going to have to teach you how to write with your right hand, just like everyone else." So the reasoning behind that, for whatever reason, whatever time it was because everybody in that school was right-handed. And so they just hoped that she wouldn't feel left out. So they just kind of took it upon themselves to not make her feel left out or to make it just everyone else. So to go ahead and just learn with your right hand. And so my mom felt as though at the time, when I asked her that story, she could still remember the shame and the sadness when she had to learn how to write with her right hand when it felt natural to write with her left. And here's the part that was kind of sad. When her teacher would guide her and give her tips on how to write with her right hand, and she noticed that my mom was kind of struggling. So this is one of the tips. The teacher went up to her and said, maybe you could just try and put your left hand behind your back. So that way it's kind of those out of mind, out of sight. So that way you just have your right hand to deal with and focus on that. But the thing is, every single day with my mom's story, we could see her struggle. That's the point that I want to make here, right? She was born left-handed, but now she's forced to write with her right hand. We could name it. She was left-handed in a right-handed world. But most people in their jobs, in their roles, we can't see their struggle. We can't even name it because when someone is working against their own work wiring, it's invisible. And when something is invisible, then we just play this whole guessing game, right? On how to fix it. And when they feel like they're struggling, even if they're trying their best, but because the struggle is invisible, they start blaming themselves, right? That even though that they're trying to do their best, they're trying to, take all the trainings to improve themselves to overcome whatever that they're feeling of inadequacies, they start to have this inner dialogue. And I know that we all have had that inner dialogue. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. Why am I not getting this faster? Why is someone else doing it better than I am? But the truth is, it's not a lack of motivation. It's not a lack of skill. It's not a lack of grit either. It's misalignment. And once I finally saw that, once I discovered that that's actually what happened to me, this isn't just a story about my mom or my story. It's about all of us, you see, because every single day, talented, hardworking people are putting their own hands behind their back. Not because they want to, but because no one ever showed them how they are wired to work best, how they're naturally wired to work best. We were just taught, again, how to work. That's it. Work hard, stay disciplined, never give up. And that's the realization. And that's what changed everything for me, you see. And here's the thing. Once you help people discover how they're wired to work best, once they learn that, how to work with themselves instead of against themselves, the beautiful part that happens is that they become the solution in their roles, in their environment, in their workplace. They start to self-manage. They start to lead themselves. Productivity goes up. Burnout goes down, right? So with my mom's story, she was visibly forced to write in a way that didn't fit her. But inside today's organizations, people are being silently forced to work in ways that don't fit them. And just like my mom, they start to believe that something is wrong with them, that the system was never designed to help their people discover their natural way of working. So if there's one thing that I want you to take away from this, it's this. You can't build sustainable performance by forcing right-handed systems on left-handed people. You build it by helping them discover the hands that feel natural to them, the way they're wired to work best. Because when people stop fighting themselves and start working with themselves, that's when effort turns into flow. Again, productivity goes up, burnout goes down, and your people, they feel seen. So in your next one-on-one meeting, ask this one question. How do you work best? Because with that one question alone can reveal more than 1 year of performance reviews. Because it gives people permission to stop hiding why they struggle in the first place and start showing how they thrive. Because when you know how you work best, and when your people know how they work best, that's when everything changes. And that's why I'm on a mission to build workplaces where no one has to put any of their hands behind their back to succeed. Thank you.